What's up? My name is Bon. Today I will be teaching you some tips and tricks for Minecraft. Now, if you enjoy this video, go and make sure you are subscribed, you've hit the like button, and you've hit the bell. There we go. There we go. Yeehaw! And just like that, let's get into the tips and tricks that you might or may not know. Alright, the first tip is a simple one. You can do this you can do it right as you launch up Minecraft. If you go here, then hit Options, Controls. These are your keybinds. If you go down to the toggle perspective, change that to R or something that's really close to you where your hand is. Because now you can go in third person whenever you need it, and it will be a lot harder for things to sneak up on you. This next tip is something that most people know, but if you don't know it, then it's very important and it'll help you a lot. So if you take an enchantment table and surround it with bookshelves, just like this. Now it should look like this. Now right there it says 30. That means when you enchant this, you're gonna need 30 levels, but look, it gives you multiple enchantments and they're all maxed out. So now for the tip. For this tip, you're gonna need a grindstone, and when you put this in, it will say fire protection. But let's say you don't want fire protection. Go to level 1 enchantment, and then grindstone it. And now get back the levels so you have level 30 again. Put it in, and it'll give you something different. So most people know that, but some people don't, so it's a good strategy. This next one includes horses. So you're going to want to get yourself a saddle and a horse and try to ride it. Once it's tamed, there we go, best friends forever. So put on the saddle, and now after you're done riding around with it, now once you are done riding it, say this andesite is your ground. If you dig this hole in it, then grab your horse and put it in the hole. If you charge up your jump by holding down spacebar and right at the last second press shift, it will put you right on the edge right here, and you can just keep your horse down there. Alright, this next trick has to do with the end game. Once you have all your elytra and stuff, you're gonna need your elytra for this to work. Alright everybody, so you have your elytra and you have your full set of diamond armor. So usually you would have all of your tools in these slots, and if you needed to make a quick getaway, you have to go like this and then use your fireworks. But a trick that makes it a lot easier to do an escape getaway is to go like this. If you can switch between your elytra and your chest plate super fast by just locating which slot your elytra is in. For me, it's on the 5th slot. And now if you hover over your diamond chest plate, you can press 5 and it automatically puts it on and you can fly away. This next trick, I'm gonna have to load up a new world just to do it. Alright, so you have just found your buried treasure map in your new world. And you're thinking, well, I've done one of these before, and it took me ages to find where it was. So here's a little trick for you. First, we're going to find where the X is. Basically, these maps go from the bottom is south and the top is north. So if you open up F3, right around here, it will say facing south. Right there, it says facing south. And I want to go south because the bottom of the map is south, and that's where my X will be. So I'm going to head this way. Now that I'm in range, I can just point my little guy over to the X. Alright, now you might know this from Philza. He's a great YouTuber, great hardcore player. But the ways to find these treasure maps is get your little guy here. You see that? Bring it right into the middle of the X and make sure there's a little bit of his, you can see a little bit of white right underneath the X. Now that you can see that, just dig right down, and you have a ton of juicy loot to take. Man, I'm looking pretty kitted out now. This next tip is extremely helpful, and I use it all the time. But first, we're gonna have to find a villager that goes in his house. So once you do that, you can just lock them in like that. Now build a little area for you to go, just like this. Okay, now you're gonna wanna get some trapdoors. And note, this only works on Java Edition. You place these two, and if you walk up to them and right-click them, you will go inside of them. Now you can place them just like that right there as well. And the reason you place those is so baby zombies cannot get in. And you place these next ones, and boom, you have a working small door that only you can go through and no other mobs in the game, and your villager cannot go out. Personally, I use this all the time in my survival worlds when I need my villagers to be accessible but not be able to run away. As you can see, we are back on this old world. So this strategy is a mining strategy. Note, this probably will not work once the new update comes out. So if you see right here, we are on Y level 32. You want to bring that all the way down to around 11 here. And now you can dig this sort of thing, so you have these four and then this, and place this. Now once you're in here, now you can go like that and move into this little hole. I'm gonna have to turn into survival for this one. But now, as you can see, I am mining in here, and it goes a lot quicker. This is called dive mining, and then once you want to get out, you can pour the water, and then it goes super quick. You just put it behind you, and now you are out of your dive mine. So, because this is only in a 1x1 black hole, you will be going a lot faster, and it gets you a ton of diamonds. I will link a video to that in the description below. This next tip, you do not need to be skilled to do it, but it's just a... So, on Java, the new update, not really new anymore. I've been playing for way too long. Anyways, the age-old question, ever since that update came out all those years ago, is whether the axe is better than the sword because it does more damage. And this answer is actually mixed. What I say is at the beginning of the game, you are going to want an axe, either a stone axe, an iron axe, any of that. But at the end of the game, you're going to want to upgrade yourself to a sword. My preference is skipping the wooden axe, going to a stone axe, then an iron axe, then a diamond sword, and using the sword for combat. Because in the end game, there's farms that you're going to need the sword for. There's going to be a lot of mobs coming up at you at once, and you're not going to be needing to do a ton on one swing, because with your maxed out sword, you're still going to be doing a ton, and that a ton is enough for fighting your mobs. So yes, that is what I say. Also, a sword does more damage per second. So if you're fighting an iron golem, it will be better because you can do more damage in a short amount of time, and you don't actually need to run away from him. That was pretty cool, I have to admit. Oh wow. Wait a minute, this should be on the tips and tricks video. Comment down below if you knew that was possible. What the? Second to last tip is when you tame your cat, don't ever use it. Just admire it. Don't bring it anywhere. Just trust me, it won't help you. If anything, it'll scare the creepers into you. And for our last tip of the day, this is the double tip. 1, subscribe to the channel. And 2, have a good day.